What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Video for you. And you know what? When you're done watching this, you're going to say to yourself, Madden 19, there's no excuse. Cannot play Canadian Football 2017 first year effort with a complete play design system. You can create a formation here with your controlling slot backs, your quarterback position, your fullback, your halfback, your third back. If you don't want to do that, you can actually go in to a set formation and build off that, including changing your blocking type. But for the sake of this video and to keep things kind of visually clean, I'm going to go the unpreferred route of editing a play. Now you can see there's pre-snap motion, which you can control if you're going to run Canadian football rules, but in the American rules, we're going to focus on after snap. And I have the receivers here visually running very contrite routes. I'm basically telling the node commands, run on this path from point to point, but you have control of this, so they can organically run from one point to then the sideline or to then the post. So you can actually control it and tell it exactly what you want the receiver to do, and it doesn't always have to be on these straight lines. Now, I'm making some changes here because the first time I did this, I realized that my routes were a little bit long and I wanted to shorten some of them up. And in doing that, I'm also letting you know it's very important there's a practice mode here, because just like any team, I'm not going to install a play offensively or defensively and put it in a game situation to see if it works. You have to do that on the practice field. And for what it's worth, the defensive play editor is unbelievable. You can control how corners line up, who they line up on, when they strafe. I mean, it is a powerful tool to create a playbook, which you could also in turn share with other people. So, you know what my routes look like. We've got the offense on the field here, and obviously there's going to be some complaints people have with, well, the pocket breaks down too quick. To me, it's about a 2 or 3 second pocket, which professional football has about a 2 to 5 second pocket, in my opinion. So while I don't have time to always get these throws off, I am learning. I'm learning that these routes are still a little bit deep. I mean, I have time here to get to my quick read, but I also have that other receiver running about 15 yards down the field before he comes back. Unless the defense is in a wide open set, I'm not going to have time to let that route develop. So I understand that I'm taking sacks here, but I'm also learning. And that's a big part of this in terms of replay value, making the game feel like something you're creating and not something you're playing. And I forgot how much fun it was to go in to create a play and how rewarding it is to have a situation where the play actually is successful. Now, this play actually turns out to be a touchdown. The blitz actually gets picked up. You can see that the receiver goes in and scores a touchdown. But I want to go back and look at a couple things because you know what this receiver was programmed to do. So the wide receiver there actually beats his man. The ball comes in and gets caught. Look at this safety reacting very realistically to where the ball is going to be caught at. He's not running in a straight line. Look at this receiver down the field to block when that wasn't his route and picks up the block in front of the receiver. So that safety was not going to where the receiver was. He was going to where the receiver was going to be. And the other receiver deviated from his route once the ball was thrown to go upfield and pick up a block for another receiver that created a touchdown. I'll just be upfront with you. That doesn't happen in Madden all that often. And I was actually shocked that it happened. This is a corner pursuing, by the way, you just saw there from the opposite side of the field and almost coming over to catch a slower receiver. That's actually impressive AI. So you see this, you see the fun that I've had with it in a way, and it really does bring me back to that home point. EA Sports, why was this taken out of a game? Why can't we have total control of creating a play? This is a first-year company that's allowing us to do it. And I'm sure there's people that are going to look at this and say, man, I remember doing that with Madden. I remember how much fun that was. But for me, I was really taken back by the amount of replay value it generated. I didn't just do this for this 5-minute video. I spent about an hour and a half doing this, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Going back, trying different route combinations, finding different routes, having the receivers programmed to do different things, and see what was successful. And then, obviously, I'll be able to take it on an actual game and try it outside of a practice mode. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. I appreciate you checking out, and you know that I will be back in the week with more commentary.